How MTN shares made investors richer. Today, we are going on a journey, the story of MTN Nigerian shares. How this one company helped early investors become significantly richer, and what you as an investor can learn from this journey. If you have ever asked yourself, can I really turn 100,000 naira into something life-changing in Nigeria? This video is for you. If you're a new viewer, you're welcome. This channel is where we talk about how to grow our money in Nigeria. And I try to explain it in the most simple way so all my viewers can understand. Please click on the subscribe button and join this community. Thank you. So how MTN shares made investors richer? First, let's have a bit of background. The beginning, MTN Nigerian listing. The company, MTN Nigerian Telecommunication PLC. The ticker is MTNN. That is MTN Nigeria, was introduced on the premium board of Nigerian Exchange Group on May 16, 2019. This year was when MTN was listed. That was when it go public. As listing, the introductory price was just 90 naira. So at listing, you could buy MTN share just for 90 naira. And on December 1, 2021, that is 1st of December 2021, the company also floated shares via a public offer at the price of 169 naira. Please note the price. The initial public offer was just 90 naira, but December 1, 2021, they did another public offer that cost 169 naira per share. So those investors that bought in 2019 had already made a lot of profits like that. And from that starting base, just imagine the significant growth in just 3 years, 2019, 2020, 2021, just less than 3 years. So what happened next? How the share price grew. In 2025, the share price of MTN Nigeria had reached 520 naira. Imagine the IPO price, just 90 naira. Imagine the public offer, 169 and 169. And in 2025, the price has rise up to 520, even though it has come down a little, maybe around 470 thereabout now, as at the time of making this video. So that means if you bought at 90 naira and held until 520 naira, the share price multiplied by around 5.8 times. 90 naira to 520 naira. Let's put that into real money. If you invested, let's say you invested just 100,000 naira into MTN share, as at the time of the IPO, which is just 90 naira, you'd have about 1,111 shares of MTN. If you invested 100,000 naira and you bought at 90 naira, as at the time of the IPO. Yes, many people bought at IPO. So if the price reaches 520 naira, those 1,111 shares will be worth about 577,720 naira as at now. And if you had invested, let's say 500,000 naira, as at the time it was just 90 naira, you will have about 5,555 shares then. And if you are selling now, or let's say you are not selling, but your portfolio right now will now be worth about 2,888,600 naira. Can you imagine 500,000 naira and now 2,888,000 naira plus? That is a big deal. Turning $500,000 into nearly 3 million naira just from one stock. And this excludes the dividends. But we must always remember that past performance does not guarantee future results. But if we look at the story of MTN, we can learn a lot of investing lessons. And number one is patience. Beyond just the share price, smart long-term investors in MTN shares benefit from dividends, reinvesting earnings and holding through all the cycles. For you as an investor, holding a good company, reinvesting dividends, and staying calm through volatility. That is how real wealth is built. If you look at the stock market currently, you will see a lot of turbulence. The price is turning red. Many investors, those who are not smart, will start selling everything. Yes, you can take profits because this is a profit-taking month. November, December, people tend to take profits because of how the stocks has performed over the year. Now, as a smart investor, you should look at all those strong companies that are turning red now, but you're sure that they have the potential for future growth. You can start buying those companies, not a financial advice. Now, what can you learn from MTN? What can you learn from this company? Now, the first lesson here is to buy early. What are the lessons to learn from MTN? Lesson number one is that buy early into quality companies. Many Nigerians waited until the hype was loud. But those who bought when the price was 90 naira, when the price was 169 naira, got the big leverage. And lesson two, be patient and hold. There are many people, many investors that have bought MTN even at 90 naira, but they have sold at maybe 100 naira. Some have sold at maybe 150. Now, why some are still holding until it is 520 naira? From the price of 90 naira to 520 didn't happen overnight. Growth took time. So patience is your friend when it comes to investing, especially in Nigerian growth companies. If you cannot be patient with your stock holding, you should not even trade stocks at all. Stock is for people that can wait, that can hold on, even at bad market situation. And lesson three, invest more when others panic. When the price is low or when people are scared, that can be your opportunity. Look at what is happening now. Many good companies are currently turning red. Yes, if you trust those companies and you can hold for long term, this is the time to buy. And lesson number four, diversify. Don't just put your egg in one basket. MTN is a great stock, but you should never put your egg in one basket. You should not own one stock. Spread across sectors, insurance sector, pharmaceutical sector, food sectors. Explore all those sectors. That is what we call diversification in investing. Another important lesson we can learn from MTN shares is to focus on fundamentals. Focus on business strength of the company, the market position, the revenue growth. MTN had those. And in Nigeria, companies that serve millions, adapt to change, and survive economic storms tend to reward shareholders. So look at those companies. Look at those companies that adapt to change. Companies that are stronger, even in turbulence time. If you check on the Nigerian stock markets now, even though some stocks are falling, but some stocks are still holding on strong. Those are the stocks you should be looking at holding in your portfolio. Okay, what if you are just starting today? You are watching this today. Maybe you are starting from scratch. You've never traded on the stock exchange before. You never buy any stock before. You are just starting. This is what I will tell you. Pick a strong company you believe in. Company you believe in for 5 to 10 years. If you are buying stock to sell tomorrow, I'm not sure you are really trying to build wealth with stock. Companies go through different situations. Sometimes stock price will go up and down. If you can ride the wave when it is down, when it is up, to a certain time, you can give your portfolio some years. You can say, okay, I'm buying this stock for 3 years. This stock I'm buying, I'm selling it in the next 3 years. This stock I'm buying, I'm selling in the next 2 years. So whatever happened within that 2 years, you will not even bother. You will not even check the price every day. And the next advice I will give you is this: buy modest shares now. You don't need millions. So if you can start buying 100 shares here, 50 shares here, 1,000 there, you don't need millions to start. Another advice is you should also reinvest. You should reinvest. Now, when I say reinvest, let me say this. When you take your dividend from a stock, don't reinvest to buy that same stock. reinvest into other sector. Do you get me? So let's say a sector in the insurance pay you a dividend. Don't reinvest back to that sector. Reinvest into other sector. Another example is, let's say you buy a stock for 50 naira now, 50 naira, and the stock now shoot up to, let's say, 100 naira. You already made 50% gain here. Now, if you sell 50% here, your profits, don't reinvest back into that sector. Use that 50% to reinvest into other sector. And that is how you make good money with stocks. Another advice I will give to you if you are new is this: keep tracking the business, keep tracking that company, keep tracking policy, keep tracking currency. As an investor, you need to be on the news, know what is happening in the company, know what is happening. That, okay, why is this falling? Why is this rising? What is going to happen next? What is the economy saying? Things like that. Learn about policies. Because in Nigeria, how this matters a lot. A single news can cause problem in the market. And not just problem only. A single news can also cause a lot of profits in the market. And my final advice is that also stay the course through ups and downs. That is what we call riding the wave. When it is not going on fine, don't sell all your stocks at a loss. Sometimes stay. And that is why I always preach long-term investment. So if you are investing for a long time, you will not even care about the ups and downs of the market. Because if you act now like all those early MTN investors, like how they did, they bought for just 90 naira per share. Some bought for 169 naira per share. If you also begin to act now and discover all those stocks early enough, you could set yourself for major gains over time. So MTN Nigerian shares made investors richer, but it is not because of luck. It is because they recognize opportunity and they stay patient and also invest smart. So if you are ready to make your money work for you, you should also start now. So look at the markets now, look at the stock markets now, and get yourself positioned for the next wave. My name is Downsy from Money Talk with Downsy. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who wants to build real wealth with Nigerian stocks. Thank you again, and I see you in the next video.